If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. Saints Block Party Podcast, the first, I guess you could say, like off-season episode for SBP. Saints Block Party Podcast, brought to you by Precious Works LLC. Oh man, wildcard weekend is ahead of us. You got wildcard. It's a crazy week of football. I must say, you have the college football semifinals Thursday and Friday. That then goes into wildcard weekend Saturday, Sunday. Is there a game on Monday? I think even Monday, right? I think there's a game on Monday too. That is insane. That's
insane, bro.
Just from a football,
if you like a football sports addict, bro, it's like this is crack season.
You got Oregon versus Indiana. You got Miami versus Ole Miss. You got like the draft nicks and the quarterbacks and Reuben Bain. And then you got it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. And the sense that I've gathered, as we're doing this podcast, shout out to our dude Bajan, who is the owner of Precious Works LLC, who kind of inspired this episode in our Discord yesterday in terms of just doing the breakdown of each position on a scale of 1 to 5. And so this is essentially what we're doing. We're just taking and making an episode out of it. But the sense that I've gathered is the amount of hope that Saints and Saints fandom has that has been inspired by Tyler Shuck. Like, people are so jazzed up for the offseason, for the draft. Like, it's palpable, Wolf. Like, and that's, bro. You know us. We are draft sickos. Kevin said, I got McDonald's Wi-Fi. All right, motherfucker. All right, bro. But, back to what we were saying is just it's just palpable how Saints fans are so amped for the offseason and for the draft and for free agency. And it's all large part to Tyler Shuck and in the hope that he's injected, that second half of the season.
I'm trying to think, when was the last like real positive, like not positive, but like hopeful off season? Probably 2018, like going into 2018.
Yeah, it was. Yep, that was the one.
After the no-call season, it was just like, I mean, at least for me, it was just like,
yeah,
whatever, man. Like,
I got a little amps when they Sanders, and then I got a little amps when they added Jared Cook. We notoriously, you go back and listen to our episodes, we were both fans of them adding Derek Carr, although not maybe at the contract. So, but like to this level, nah, bruh.
No way. Not even close.
Nothing.
Not even close. You're talking about actual hope. Actual hope. Like, we're having discussions on the Discord talking about Shuck's second contract. And how long can he play? Can he make it to his 40s? And I'm like, what are we even talking about? Like, can he get a second season first? But that's just where we at, bro. I love it. I love it. I'm happy we're here. I'm happy we're here after what we've been through,
bro. Like, been through it, bro. We've been through it. And it's funny, like I saw that someone said in our Discord, like someone on Twitter posted like the 4 screenshots of like how the Ravens season has like ended under John Harbaugh. Get that shit out my face, man. Child's play, bro. Child's play.
Please.
Someone
to the point where Minnesota Miracle is like not even top 3 for us. So it's like,
bro, how crazy is that, bro? Because I still remember it. Like I remember I was on the phone with Jay for like 30 minutes and I didn't say a word, bro. Didn't say a single word. She's like, "Do you want to?" She's like, "I'm gonna let you go." Someone, Frida Souls, said such a 180 from last year. It absolutely is. Haven't had faith in the league since the no call. Tried to get invested last year after the first 2 weeks. Those first 2 weeks last season, though, well, always
it's close.
Always had that Dallas game. I wanted to start with this story. We'll get into the grades and all that, but it just shows how, I guess, far my fandom has come. So, maybe like an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half before we start recording, came home. My daughter was on the couch and she's looking up stuff. We have hopefully you're able to take her to Florida this year, as for her 16th birthday, as a big birthday present to her. And I'm going to preface this by saying is that she has been like hyper fixated, like I've talked on the podcast before, Marvel, MCU, specifically like Sam Wilson, Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And she's on like, super, super, super for like at least 6 months, 7 months. If not, I'll say 6, 7 months for sure. And then she's on a website, like kind of like Poshmark kind of website. And she finds a shirt. She's like, "Oh, this is really cool. Like, I really like this shirt, Dad." I was like, "Oh, okay. What is it?" She's like, "It's only $3." And she's like, "Okay, let me see it." She shows it to me. And before she shows it to me, Jay goes, "It's a Falcons t-shirt." And I said, "No, it's not. No, it's not." And Jay's like, "Well, no." And then sure enough, like my daughter shows it to me. All like red Falcons t-shirt, says like Atlanta Falcons on it and everything. And in the moment, I was just like, "Man, I don't even fucking care anymore, bro." Like I like
get your shirt.
Get your fucking shirt. Like I don't care, bro. Like I get it because it's a Falcon and she has the logo. But me, almost 40, that moment, I just like thought about myself then and thought about myself 10 years ago. I'd be like, "Get the fuck out my house. Get out."
What the hell is wrong with you? Goddamn Falcons.
It's just
my fandom has come a long way, but that'll be a no for me.
No, bro.
Like we do rip off the shirt and start get that shit off here, man.
Listen, man. Not many. Obviously, you, Dante, very, very small circle of people know the shit that I went through last year. Yeah. So at this point,
no question, bro. No question, for real. That's not even on the list. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get the damn shirt.
Get the damn shirt.
I don't even know if she even got it or not. I don't even really care. But doing this exercise before we're going to show them, and we're going to, if you're watching the video version of this, we appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. We're almost to 2,600 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're watching this, like and subscribe. We have 25 concurrent viewers on right now. We get it. It's a random Wednesday night. It's late. Tuesday. I don't even know what time, I don't even know what day and time it is anymore, Ryan. So the people who are watching this right now, we appreciate y'all. So we get it. It's the off season. So if you're listening to the audio of this, we understand that you're not going to see the graphic that's associated with our grades, but we're going to talk through and everything, so you're not left out. But going through this exercise, is there anything that kind of like just stood out to you before I put them on the screen and show them?
No, not necessarily. But my whole thing, because the question Bijan asked was, how comfortable are you for each position group going into the 2026 season. So that's how we grade it. That's how and I tried to look at it from the standpoint of not just like not grading it on like a Saint scale or like, hey, they're coming off a 6-win season. Like
Exactly.
I graded it on like, can this team win a Super Bowl? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on that level.
Yeah.
So that was just, all this is how you look at it, how you figure grading. So if some of y'all look at it like, damn, bro, you grading kind of low, huh? It's like, let's call it how I see it, man. You go watch these teams that's going to play this weekend and next weekend. Saints got a long way to go. I know Shuck look good and all that, but, I mean, we got a long way to go, brother.
Long way to go. So even before we go into it, let's take our first and only break of this episode. Let's hit from our sponsor, and then when we come back, we're going to have the grading scale up, each breakdown of position as we do our end of the year grades for the 2025 Saints position by position right after this break. We'll be back right after this. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
Okay, we are back. And before we get into it as well, I wanted to give you shout out to you for, you talked about it on the recap episode. You did a PDF and a EPUB of all 22 of each game that you broke down this season. It's available for all Patreons, patreon.com/Saints Block Party. Putting it together, all the work you did this season, man, just great work overall, just breaking down, most of it was, offensive based, but just in general, great work of just working on that, putting that together. And if you are a football sicko and you want to just see the evolution of the Saints offense throughout the season and, where they things picked up and things like that, definitely check out Ryan's all 22 breakdown. That's all now available in a all one PDF. Check that out.
Appreciate that, bro. Yep, available on patreon.com/Saints Block Party. Also, if you're a YouTube member, it's I posted it up there too, so you can download the file there. It's all in one file, EPUB, PDF, like a little ebook. You can read it on your Kindle or your phone or your computer or whatever, print it out, whatever. It's about 42, 43 pages. So just want some football reading. There you go.
Right there for everybody. So we have our roster comfortability level breakdown for each position being shared in the screen. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching this in Spotify, which we also post the full video of our episodes to Spotify as well, the video version, you can see the graphic. If not, if you're listening to the audio version, we'll kind of talk you through it. It's when I pulled this up, when I saw it, I was, we were aligned in a lot of areas. The two that stood out to me that we're a little different on. So for quarterback, we both have, so again, the scale is 1 through 5, 5 being, comfort, 100% comfortable, 1 being not comfortable at all. Quarterback, we both have 4 out of 5. running back and receiver, I had both 2 out of 5. You had 1 out of 5. Thoughts when you think about those positions?
Nah, bro, we were pretty even, pretty much. I went a little lower on like wide receiver and wide receiver and running back because I have an agenda to push. Like I don't, I ain't trying to hear it, bro. I ain't trying to hear it at all, bro. Like they need to address this shit. They had this man throwing to Ronnie Bell, bro. Ronnie Bell catching touchdowns in week 18, bro. Two-Ray. Who is this guy? Who are these guys? Like it just made no sense, bro. Made no sense. So, nah, man. I feel like from a skill position standpoint, this team has a long way to go. I think me and you were even on offensive tackle.
Yes.
Both give it like a 4 out of 5. I could have went 3 out of 5, not because of the players, but just because Fuaga's like coming off injury. I kind of questions with him as far as like, where is he at as far as like health wise? Like, can he maintain his health? But I went 4 out of 5 too, just because I feel like we good right there, bro. We good at tackle, and I have so much faith in Kelvin Banks, bro. Like I just have so much faith in him. Just watching him all year, watching him closely all year. If you look at the pressure numbers and stuff like that, you're gonna see he gave up some pressures, but you just see like a dude that's gonna grow into like a legit Pro Bowl, maybe All Pro a year or two left tackle, bro. Like you just see it, man.
And listen, if people go back and anyone who may be in the chat right now, my screen is like full screen, so I can't see the chat. If you go back and watch or listen to the episodes we did after the Banks pick, as annoyed as we were, we said that we understood it. When we did the prospect of the week, we broke them down, we watched them, and said that if this works out and the vision, like we saw the vision of this potentially being, and it's high praise, and I'm not saying that they're going to reach this level, but Kellen Moore potentially could have his version of the Eagles with, Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata of just anchor tackles, or if you just want to keep it Saints related, Tyron Armstead and Ryan Ramczyk, right? So it's funny because like Fuaga kind of has like the injury concerns that Ram had too, a little. And I'm not saying that, but if they, and I think the reason why I gave it the 4 out of 5 is we saw Fuaga, especially towards the back end of the season, once he got back in the lineup, even though he wasn't healthy, but it seems like he got healthier as the back end of the season went along. And with that health, you saw his play got better, and you saw more of the Fuaga that we saw more last year as a rookie. And that gives you that like, man, like that is like building. Those are true building blocks that any team offensively wants to have for the left tackle and the right tackle. Running back, something that I've seen a little bit, whether it be like, it's mostly like been in our social media comments, is like, the play of Estime and Neal has been like decent to good, and they've been like solid players, but like people seem to be like okay with just them, and it's like that's a weird thing to me. Like they seem like they are both great running back 2s, running back 3s, and change of pace backs and running backs and committees, but like the running back room still needs a guy, and I don't know what at this point in his career that you can depend on AK to give you. Like I don't know, injury wise, and so that's why I gave it the 2 out of 5, and then receiver I gave that 2 out of 5. Someone posted on YouTube today like all of Tyler Shuck's most of his throws. It was like a 22-minute clip, and I watched it, and it just stood out to me how much Devon Vele brought to the offense when when Brandon Cooks got traded and before he got hurt, like the trust and the throws that Shuck over and over again, and I won't say like the vision of Olave and Vele being able to properly being slot in to be like a high level wide receiver 3, and then wide receiver 2, whether that's a free agent, maybe that's them trading for someone, whether that's a first round pick, you can really start to potentially see the vision of this offense coming together, because man, Vele was making some plays, bruh. Plays, bruh.
For real. And like when you see just that stretch is like if he played with Shuck the entire season and they had like that chemistry through the entire season, you could easily see him having like that 2016 Willie Snead type season, like 900 yards. You know what I'm saying? Just that sure-handed third down, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10 or whatever. Like you could just see him having that type of season. You know, the only thing with Vele is like, you know, one of the negatives with him is he is an older young player and he has been banged up. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And I don't even remember what injury he had. Is with the shoulder.
So injury he had with the Saints is the shoulder, and then he had potential like chronic like knee injuries or knee issues.
So that's the only worry with him. That's why I can't look at him like, okay, this is gonna be our guy for the next 4 years or whatever. You just with him, you're just hoping like, I hope we get what we can get out of him. But if he is healthy and you can have him for a whole season and Chris Olave, and then you go get like a receiver that could attack downfield, you know, a receiver with a little size on him that can get downfield and red zone target. Then you got like a whole wide receiver core, you know, that Kellen Moore could really sit there with his, you know, surface pad and all that stuff and really just draw it up.
We both gave the tight end position 2 out of 5. Listen, Juwan Johnson had his best season of his career, with one of the best seasons at the tight end, you know, for the Saints that there's been. Like I said in our Zoom on the Week 18 game, there's a lot of similarities between Juwan Johnson and Alontae Taylor, as like they seem to like be like offensive and defensive mirror of each other's, where they're just extremely frustrating players, where like you see like there are times where you just see it, you like, oh, there it is, and then there's times where it's just like, oh, there it is. And I'm not trying to poo-poo Juwan because he had a great season, but then some of that, like, but then early season Juwan was early season Juwan, right? Like, he was making all those plays, not making those plays that we got, you know, accustomed to him not making. And then like week 18 was just such the perfect game where you had the fumble and then you had this amazing catch, and it's just like that's Juwan, bro. Like that's Juwan, bro.
Amazing catch, bro. It's unbelievable.
The reason why it's like, I think, you know, at least for me, why it's 2 out of 5 is like there is really like I know Moscato looked good as a blocker, in the Titans game.
Yeah.
But there is literally nothing behind Juwan. Like there's Moscato. Like I'm talking like tight ends on the roster. There's Juwan, there's Moscato, Foster Moreau's a free agent, Taysom Hill's a free agent. I think Mitchell, the one who they claim from the Ravens, Zaire Mitchell. I think is he under contract? I don't even know if he's under contract.
I don't even know.
And that's Jake Stoll. Like they're like the depth at tight end is atrocious beyond Juwan. Like even taking Juwan out of the equation, it's atrocious, and that's something where I'm not saying. I was thinking about this earlier. I saw where I think it was. Oh, what's his name? Nate Tice. Nate Tice was kind of doing a deep dive on Colston Loveland for the Bears, and it's funny too because if you think about it, if you go back to our episode we did with Cody Alexander, he talked about, potentially like Tyler Warren needing, an inline guy so he can kind of flex out. That didn't need to be true. That didn't turn out to be true. But when I think about this offense, I was seeing where Coast and Loveland lined up for the Bears. And the thing that would help this offense on so many levels, 12 personnel and what have you, would just be just another second, just NFL compatible tight end. I know, bro. We have like, and I'm not saying they're not going to go out and go get like a David Njoku or a Chig Okonkwo or something like that, but like just someone who's just a reliable, decent tight end too would just help this offense out tremendously, and it's needed, man. It's needed
so bad, bro. Like. Rams got tight ends just falling out the sky, bro.
Nigga, they got 4, bro. 4.
They be getting hurt, and they still just like run 2 more out. Like it's like what the hell,
bro? I was watching that Rams game against the Cardinals, and I saw Tyler Higbee catch a touchdown. I was like, is this nigga? He's a free agent. Like that's the type of move like Tyler Higbee, because they got so many. They got Kobe Parkinson. They just drafted Terrence Ferguson last year. That's the type of move that like is a smart, like Tyler Higbee's not gonna cost a whole bunch of money, but he fits exactly what the Saints schematically needs, and I feel like he would fit what Kellen would want to do as well.
Yes, absolutely. They need some more tight ends, man. Obviously, because when you look at where Tyler Shuck likes to throw the ball, he likes to target those tight ends across the middle. He likes to a lot of plays. He likes to leak out and kind of scramble and look for a throw. No better target for him than a big tight end who could box out sit in the zone and box out a DB on throws like that. Like they need to get 2 this offseason. Like I don't know
2,
all the free agency, 1 in free agency, 1 in the draft. I don't care, but they need to get 2 like actual tight ends. 1 preferably that can block. You know what I'm saying? And catch, doesn't have to be a dynamic catcher, but just a guy that could, block a little bit, then leak out into the pass route and catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Just do them Jason Witten routes. You know what I'm saying? He just needs some of that, man, because Jake Stoll can't block. Juwan Johnson can't block. Moscato, look, maybe he might turn into something, but he's a 7th-round pick with very little experience. So maybe he is, maybe he isn't. And other than that, you have nothing else. So that position needs to have a lot of work done this offseason. A lot of work.
It does. It needs to be completely like that. Tight end room needs to be like revamped completely. Let's go into like the interior. So we talked about the tackles, but guard, we both have it 1 out of 5, and then center, we have it 3 out of 5. I'm gonna get some love. He was specifically mentioned in Gail's interview with Jeff Duncan, even though it didn't come from Gail at all. That goddamn Luke Faulkner, bruh. Like, I need Luke Faulkner back on my team, bruh.
Hey, bruh. Loomis was making moves, boy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't even know if that was a Loomis move. That could have been all Kellen, bruh. But
hey.
Need Luke Faulkner back on my team, bruh.
They did. Hey, he needs to be a re-sign. Like, they need to bring him back ASAP, man, because he showed he could start. He showed he's a solid starting center. Solid starting center. And he does some positive things, bro. Like you watch him, he gets down there downfield in the run game. He's not like a super powerful guy, nothing like that, but he's just a solid starting center. And you need that even if Eric McCoy, expect him to return. I read the article today that he feels like he'd be ready to go come OTAs and all that stuff. So, good, great. Like, once Eric McCoy come back, great. But it's been like 3 seasons of him like missing time. So you can't go into this season like expecting Eric McCoy to play a full season. You just can't. Like, you just cannot expect.
Feel like
at all.
We are at Eric McCoy where we were with Teron.
Exactly. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. It has nothing to do with the play. Because when Teron was on the field, like, thank you. Like, he was outstanding. But it just was. You knew he was going to miss time. Like, it was a fact of life that he was going to miss time. And it just got to the point where it's like, okay, we can't live like this anymore. And I'm not saying you pull the plug on Eric McCoy this season, because obviously it's the Saints and they have cap ramifications, blah, 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 blah. But you got to bring a center back. You got to bring Ford in the back, just as insurance, because it's insurance you will use. You gonna use that shit.
Guard, 1 out of 5.
It's terrible, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible, man.
As bad as it, like, if you gave me the option, Wolf, I'm gonna say this: if you gave me the option, if Loomis wanted to just get fucking nuts and just make a rational signing, well, irrational might not be the right word, but like a signing where people are like, oh, like, the signing that makes people like, how are the Saints pulling this off? They have no, like that type of signing. I would prefer it to be a top 3-4 guard than I would any other position. Because then, now that doesn't necessarily mean at 8 in the draft that they would go juice. They could still go defensive end. They could go defensive tackle, but they couldn't go O-line. Oh, I say that.
They'll go get another guard. They'll be like, look,
could you imagine, Wolf, if they signed like one of the top guards in free agency, and then at 8 they drafted like the Miami tackle and kicked in the guard, bro?
This is feeling like a clip that we're gonna have to play back in April. We're gonna have to play this clip right back. Like, look what happened.
I'm walking in traffic, Wolf. I swear to God.
Bro, seriously, bro. I'm leaving. I'm leaving our draft party and just leaving, bro. You won't see me again.
The Jake Gyllenhaal, bro.
Good night, people. I can't take it. But they need to address it, bro. Like, that needs to be like on what do they call it? Like wants, needs, and musts. They go into the offseason.
Need a must.
Must position. Need to, but I don't know which one you address. You could bounce Ruiz and put somebody else in there and keep Reduns, or bounce Reduns and keep Ruiz. I don't care either one.
Here's some okay. As we're talking about this, something I know we're talking. Here's something that maybe is a point that I'm going to bring up that I feel like hasn't been talked about. Has the Saints pro scouting been good lately?
Oh man, that's a great point.
I just feel like it. I feel like it, like legit. Like, okay, let's think about let's think about some of the moves they made recently. Marcus May, that was a miss. They traded CD and then they brought in Bradley Roby. Bradley Roby wasn't that good. That was a miss. The Brandon Cook signing, a miss. Looking at the Justin Reed signing, not going that well. I'm trying to think of anything else that I'm missing. The Luke Faulkner, like that, obviously that was a trade, so that's a pro scouting thing. So that was pretty good.
Chase Young last year.
Yep, they hit on that. They hit on that 100%. I just feel like a lot of attention, and obviously they haven't had like a lot of resources. They haven't been flush with cap space.
Right.
But that's the thing. That I get a little gun shy just because, like,
Benke signing.
Nate
Shepard turned out to be like, solid.
All right.
I did like the Jonah Williams and who was the other guy they brought in?
Ridgeway?
Ridgeway, Jonah Williams. Didn't they bring somebody else in? I can't remember.
Oh, Bullard.
Bullard. Those were fine. Like, those were fine little, plug-ins. You know what I'm saying? They did fine for us. I don't know. I feel like it could get better. But like you said, the resources have been tight. It's not exactly Saints aren't the marquee team that, 8 free agents are banging the door to come play for. So on some level, I feel like they've done what they can. And like the Chase Young, look, that's turning out to be like one of the.
That's a home run, bro. It's home run.
Like one of their best like free agent moves, like in
since
franchise
DeMario.
History. Yeah,
since DeMario.
I was looking at his stats. He's 8th in quick pressures in the league, bro. And that's missing 5 games. 8th in quick pressures. And quick pressures is more of a measurement that, I like better than just regular pressures.
Right.
Quick pressures is more like indicative of like, you actually disrupting things, you know what I'm saying, quickly. So I was like, damn, like, okay, Chase Young really doing that. And he's starting to get the sacks because he always did like really, he would be disruptive. Yes. Greg Rosenthal compared him to Clowney, which I thought was a great comparison because.
But like he's finishing now, bro.
He's finishing, but I just like in the sense of they both were high draft picks,
yes,
generational, disappointing players, injured a lot, but then eventually Clowney started like coming around and like started becoming like a real good player. I think that's where it is with Chase Young.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, guard needs to be addressed definitely in the worst way. Hopefully just not in round one. Not in round one. We talk about, speaking of Clowney, it's flipping over to the defensive side of the ball. For defensive end, we have 3 out of 5, which is I'm thinking looking back, and maybe I should put it 2 out of 5 because Cam's a free agent. If I'm them, I'm trying to trade Carl Granderson, bro. I'm trying to trade Carl Granderson. Because so then your defensive end position probably, if I'm looking at this, probably is more for me like a 2 out of 5 instead of maybe a 3 out of 5. And even if they brought back Cam on a deal where he's okay with and the Saints are okay with, like he got 10 sacks this season, but Cam's like my age, bro. Like he's like 30, like you know what I'm saying. So that's tricky.
Yeah, like it could easily have like a no sack season. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just at that age. You know what I'm saying? Just at that age where things get turned downhill. He's beat times so far, but you never know, that clock is still ticking. Yeah, it's an interesting spot, bro, because like that position can get real thin. If Cam left, then it's just Chase and Granderson after that. If Cam left, and because under that you got Rumpf. I think he's a free agent. Maybe you bring him back. Then you got Fadil Diggs. He's a theory right now. You know what I'm saying? He just a young rookie player. You hope he can get some. So it's a position that they're really going to have to address too, like in the offseason. I don't know, free agency. I don't know what's out there. Probably not much in the draft. They might have a chance to get a David Bailey, Ava Reese. That's not going to happen. Or maybe somebody in the mid rounds that has potential. But edge is still a need, man. Edge is still a need.
Let me check in on the chat because I had the screen up. Hemisphere said, I think the wide receiver long is going to be a lot better next year. Olave, Vele, Polk, and a rookie draft pick in Bub.
Is that Mickey? Mickey, that's Mickey right there, bro. Mickey done got to the chat, man.
Where the Bub memes thing is hilarious to me, bro. Like I don't know where the Bub memes.
I know he just bring up no Bub memes, bro. Stop, man. Let's get out of here. Stop. I'd rather bring Kevin Austin back, man.
Bro, easily. Kevin Austin has shown way more than Bub memes has shown in 2 seasons.
Way more.
Justin Cass said, or trading for Dotson Knox. Now, that's good. That's good, right?
Have you not a free agent yet? Like, what kind of contract did he sign? Damn.
Bro, I've been begging the goddamn table for Dotson Knox for seasons. Keyword over there. Okay, cool. Let's see what else the chat say. Our dude John Butler said, "Would you give up a second in 2026 and a first and second in 2027 for Max Crosby?" Absolutely not.
Hell no. No.
Bruh, I don't think people understand how insanely valuable that those 2027 draft picks are going to be. Like,
so valuable, bro. Like, I tread lightly. That's all I'm saying. Like, tread lightly. Do not get too crazy. I believe in Chuck too, but boy, things could turn downhill very quickly. Okay. Look at the Commanders. Look at the Commanders. Where they picking at? They picking 7, 8, or something like that. Like,
yep, above us. They were picking above us when they were a game away from the Super Bowl.
Think about that, bro. Think about that. That's just how quickly things turn. You know what I'm saying? And that's not on Jaden. He just got hurt, but like that's just a part of the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I had to pull it up. Dawson Knox is a free agent in 2027. Like you said, what kind of contract is that, bro?
But that's a move, like that's the type of trade you could probably swing. You know what I'm saying?
I would, bro. I've been banging the table for fucking Dr. Knox for 3 goddamn years, bro. All right, let's go. Going back to the thing. Let me pull it back up here. Better that way. Defensive tackle. We both gave it 2 out of 5. It's a position that needs upgrading. I think your theory is spot on about Brian Bresee, how him being out of the lineup has improved the run defense. Run defense got better when Brian Bresee was not in the lineup. Nathan Shepard had a good end of the season. Bullard had, made some splash plays, but it's just like defensive tackle was just like okay. It's just okay.
Full of jags, just full of guys. They need a guy. Like they need a guy that can just be
Peter Woods.
What's crazy is like a year ago, I was like, hell yeah, Peter Woods, because he was just getting so much hype and you see the little clips online, on Twitter and stuff like that. Like, oh, yeah, man, Peter Woods. Now it's just like, oh. I don't want it. But he's such a Saints pick, though, bro. He is a Saints
pick, bro. Like, they would use the same justification. And I'm not saying he's going to have the same type of career. I want to be clear with that. But they would use the same type of justification that they used with Brian Bresee in drafting Peter Woods that they did with drafting Brian Bresee. Like, that 2024 tape, dominant, the fact that we got a player of his caliber, where we able to get him. Like, I could just see it, Wolf. Like, I could just see so much of it. Anyway.
They do need to address it. I don't know what free agency looks like at defensive tackle. It'd be great if they could find like a gem, a hidden gem. Like Milton Williams from a few years ago. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like just somebody that could come in that's just starting to kind of hit their peak. That'd be nice because they desperately need a guy who's good against the run, a guy who's disruptive up the middle, because that will ultimately help your edge out too.
Let's see. I'm just going to name out a couple of quick names. David Onyemata, DJ Reader, Daquan Jones for the Bills, John Franklin Myers on the Broncos, who's like a damn good player. Every time I see the Broncos, he's making plays. Sheldon Rankins.
He's a green, Adam. He is a green.
Yeah, he's green, bro. He's green. Anyway, back to the list. Linebacker. So I said 2 out of 5 for linebacker. You said 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I said 2 out of 5 just because
Pete Werner.
That haven't seen Stuntsman in full capacity, and as good as DeMario, still is at his age. Like, I just, I don't like. Levante David kind of had that season this year where it's just like, all right, bro. Like,
all right, bro. It's time. It's time.
And going into next year, like depending on DeMario to like continue to keep up, like that's a danger.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous thing, bro. Like you can't just anticipate him to just continue this. It's just dangerous.
I think they've made a decision. You know how what's the saying? Like, it's better to get rid of them too early than too late. I just think they've made a decision that they're so loyal to him that they'd rather it be too late. You know what I'm saying?
It is 100% going to be too late, bro. I know that for sure.
It was the same way with Vilma, bro. Like, Vilma was barely hanging on to his leg, and they was still pushing him out there, man. So they just, it's just that loyalty thing. But I think overall, just the linebacker, it's a fine. It's a fine position relative to the rest of the league. Like, it's not like a strength of the defense, but it's not like a huge gaping hole either. You know what I'm saying? And then, like we said, we got Stutzman. You got Stutzman there. He shows like some potential. Would have liked to see more, but we didn't. Pete Werner is Pete Werner. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just there, bro. And then you got some guys like Ford. We didn't get to see any of him this year.
Mm-mm.
You know, like he has some potential.
So like here's the interesting thing. I'm just looking at over the cap. Like this is what like a smart team would do. I'm just throw this out here, right? Just a smart team, a smart thing a team thinking ahead would do. And I know he's got hurt this season, but you know who's a free agent this season? And maybe it doesn't matter because maybe they resign him. But you know who's a free agent this offseason? Nakobe Dean.
Ooh.
From the Eagles.
Ooh. Like that would be a nice one there, bro. That would be a nice one.
Like that takes forethought. And that's where the Saints are like in a tricky position because of all like the void years and shit like that with Cam's contract and DeMario's contract. But like Nakobe Dean's, he's 25. He's a free agent. He got injured, but before he got injured last season, he was playing out of his mind last season for the Eagles. And what system does he come from? The Vic Fangio system? Who runs a very similar Vic Fangio system? Is that Brandon Staley? So forward thinking, okay, let's go get Nakobe Dean. Let's trade off Pete Werner. Let's put stunts like that's how you stay young and potentially stay competitive. I'm just like that's the forward, and who knows, bro? Nakobe Dean might not even get the Saints, but like linebackers don't get paid. Like, we know that, right? Linebackers get paid. And if you, as the Saints, were to put it like an offer and say, hey, bro, come be our middle linebacker of the future. But it also takes the gumption because you got to be willing to tell DeMario, hey, buddy, thanks for everything you've done for us, but we're going to go into – like, they don't have that gumption, bro. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
not at all.
They don't have it in them.
Don't have it in them, especially when DeMario wants to be. Like, he's like, at his final presser, he's like, man, I'm coming back. They want me. I'm coming back. God damn it!
I get.
You know the Saints, bro. The Saints just love to be loved, bro. Like
they do, bro. They me.
they me, bro.
They me. But that would be just a little not saying it would be like DeMario reincarnated.
But it's improvement. It's getting better. It's getting younger.
And younger.
Like that should be the primary goal, man. Get better and younger.
Anyway, for cornerback and safety, we both had it 3 or 5. Maybe could have put safety 2 or 5 because there was a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
But listen, Quincy Riley, Kool-Aid, you throw Alante in there, obviously. Think as a frustrating, especially, as Alante could be in sometimes Kool-Aid as well. You don't have a shutdown guy, but you have, some good players in that position. You hope that Quincy Riley takes another step forward next year in year 2. Kool-Aid continues to improve. You put it in our Discord. I don't know what article it's from, but man, listen, I don't know. I know we assume Alante gonna come back, but Alante trying to get paid, bro.
Trying to get paid, brother. Like he basically said it. Like, look, I loved it here, but I'm on a mission. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on a mission. Not saying he wouldn't come back, but like that tells me that I know his agent. I'm sure have had conversations with the Saints, and he probably hearing like a number that I'd rather see what's out there. And you're gonna have a lot of teams with cap space. And just the type of player Alante is, a flashy player, there's going to be some general managers or, defensive coordinators that look at his tape like, oh, I like that. Like I could do something with that. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of a splashy player like him, especially if you got like a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could see him just like flashing on the defense. You know what I'm saying? So like Titans, they got tons of cap space. New England Patriots, they're gonna have like $100 million in cap space or something like that. $100 million, like Greg, out of my face.
Can't stand
Please
that nigga, bro. Can't stand him, bro.
Please get out of my face. So like teams can throw that money at Alante. So that's gonna be another hole. Like if he believes that,
it is,
like,
bro.
Say what you want about him. It would be a hole that they would have to address. And putting on the Saints, bro, Jeffrey Ireland, bro, they draft a DB or two every year. Like they're gonna draft
every year.
Every year. Don't know where, but they're going to draft a cornerback or a safety at some point in the draft, bro. And usually they hit. Usually. Not always, but they do usually hit.
Safety, we both had 3 out of 5.
Fine. It's fine. Some of that's just like projecting Sanker's future. I believe he's going to be a real good player going forward. And I actually thought Howden played fine this year, bro.
I thought he did too, bro. I thought he played better in spurts than Justin Reed did, if I'm just being real, bro. Yeah. Just saying. Shout out, we got a $2 Canadian super chat from Drew Breeze 9100. Do y'all like Jadarian Price from Notre Dame? I haven't even I know that he's like a backup to Jeremiah Love, and he's a really good, he's a prospect, but like I need to I need to get to him up.
But the little bit I watched, I mean, I like him. You know what I'm saying? Like I like him.
John Butler said Tehran and Underhill said that they would do that Crosby trade all day. This is where do people not realize where this team is and where they are? Like that trading for Max Crosby is something that the Detroit Lions should do.
Right.
It is not something that the 2026 New Orleans Saints should do. Like this team. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying if say next year Shuck confirms that he is the guy. Like it's confirmed.
Yes.
Like, okay, this is a dude. We make it to the NFC divisional championship game.
Right.
Like, okay, we really got something here. Then it's like, okay, like let's get a little wild. Like let's get crazy. But right now, you're still kind of in like a still figuring it out mode. Like he's gonna cost a lot. Like he is gonna cost you not only draft picks, but draft picks and money. That's just not a move I make right now.
It's just
Speaking of that, Tehran, wild as shit was Tehran Armstead talked about how Robert Hunt, the guard from the Panthers, texted him after the Falcons game we played this Sunday. He's like, man, I just love motherfucking division with Josh Allen. Come down NFC South, now I got to face Tyler Shuck. What the fuck? I'm like, that's just wild to me, bro. Like, you got NFL players that's like disgusted that they have to face Tyler Shuck.
Come join Death Row. You want to join Death Row? Robert Hunt?
I'm like, shit. Robert Hunt, man, come shit.
Listen, I know I know this nigga in practice, he see Bryce Young
just looking at him like come
on. Mr. O Universe said, if y'all haven't already, but what are your thoughts on Bane? Man, we're gonna talk.
Bro, trust me, we will talk about Bane. I promise you guys. I promise. Because we have thoughts. We will
be Ruben. We're gonna be Ruben Bane out. One thing. Thanks to Lucky Russ Tech for bringing this up. We didn't have it in the graphic. I had punter as 1 out of 5.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I had punter as 1 out of 5. I had kicker as 2 out of 5. special teams needs to be revamped. Like, they need a new punter. Yeah. I know Charlie Smith showed some things, and like, but even with Charlie Smith, like, his consistency needs to be better. Because if you can make the argument that if he, like, that 150, and I get it was a 57-yarder, but he made the previous week he made 250 plus ones, I believe. So if he had made that 157-yarder against the Falcons on, it's a win. Now then you say, well, then they probably picking 10 and not 8, whatever. They beat the Falcons. I'm just saying, like, the special teams consistency needs to be better. Like, they gotta. I need the special teams coordinator fired. All that.
All of it, bro.
Wait, what?
All of it.
So Drew Brees 9100 said the Josh Allen comps are a little much. Allen is faster, bigger, stronger arm. Love Shuck though, but feels like a souped up Jared Goff. I will say that the Josh Allen comps are a little hyperbolic. I feel like they're a little,
and I think, but I think I understand what people are saying when they say that. I don't think people are saying like, "Oh, he's Josh Allen." You know what I'm saying? Like, Josh Allen is like 2 quarterback.
But I think your point of like people finding a appropriate comp for Tyler Shuck is very difficult.
It's difficult, bro. I hear so many different things. Just so many different things. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just like he's a weird, just because he's big, but he's slender, has a big arm. He's a pocket passer, but he's athletic. But he's not crazy athletic, but he's athletic. It's just kind of hard to figure out what that comp is. I don't know. He's just Tyler Shuck, man. Like, he's going to be his own,
bro.
He's going to be his own comp eventually, you know?
Yeah, bro. I don't even know.
Sometimes I go like Daniel Jones. No, it's like that.
Daniel Jones is, I would say, in a vacuum, probably more of an athlete.
Yeah.
But Tyler Shuck's arm talent is way, like, it's I don't know, bro. Like, I can't put it down. You had said, Ryan Tannehill.
Like a Tannehill with a little bit of golf and Josh Allen in him, like a little Tannehill, Josh Allen combo. I don't know, bro. Like, it's tough, man. Like,
Lucky Russ Tech said Shuck may be like clutch young Dak.
Sees a little something.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit. A little bit. I think people still underrate Dak as a quarterback.
Yeah, no, man. Like, Dak had an amazing year, man.
I still lean a little like maybe like Justin Herbert, like light, like TJ Maxx Justin Herbert is. What, bro?
City Trends Justin Herbert, man.
Yeah, bro. TJ Maxx Justin Herbert, bro. Like,
That's a good one, bro.
It is, man. Like, I think I said in our Discord like a couple of weeks ago, which is funny because they were teammates at Oregon.
Yeah.
But in turn, like arm strength, like athleticism, it all kind of like.
What's funny is like when Justin Herbert got his first start, when Tyrod Taylor got his lungs punctured by accident, it was like almost the same reaction when Herbert hit the scene because it was like, oh,
yes,
man, this dude could play. He was athletic, humping that ball. It was just that same kind of like surprise, like, oh, this dude can play, man. And it's with Shuck, it was the same way. Like everybody, especially people that don't watch the Saints that just like tuned in is like Tyler Shuck. They're like, damn, this Tyler Shuck dude balling. Like the hell. So I think that's a good comp too. He's somewhere in that family. The Herbert,
yes,
Herbert, Josh Allen, golf, somewhere. I don't know, somewhere in that chimera or whatever.
Anyhow, so we gave our grades out in terms of confidence level and everything, and grades headed in, for each position. If things go, we're trying to figure out our schedule, but hopefully, if we're able to, just some news. I'm probably not going to be able to make it to the Senior Bowl, and I also know like the Senior Bowl has kind of changed like their credential processing. I didn't even apply for credentials just because of like finances.
Never heard nothing back yet, bro.
Oh wow. So don't know if Senior Bowl is going to be in the cards for SBP this year, but all that said, offseason is still full steam ahead. And our goal is to, if everything goes well this weekend, to put out our first Patreon, not Patreon, Prospect of the Week episode, which will be Arizona State wide receiver Jordan Tyson. If we're able to, that's going to be Patreon only, YouTube member only. And so we have access to all 22 of most of college, the draft prospects. And so I know you watched him against Texas Tech. I watched him against, I think it was Mississippi State. Someone in the chat said, I'm not even sure if Allen's arm is that much stronger than Shucks. Stop it. Come on. Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Allen got a freaking bazooka, bro. Come on.
What are we doing in this chat? Fandom and homerism got to calm down, bro. We got to
calm it down. Just a little bit.
Calm down, bro. But hopefully we could do our first Prospect of the Week episode, Jordan Tyson, this weekend. Like I said, if we're able to, that'll be Patreon only. My goal is, if we're able to do it, we'll watch three, maybe 3.5 games each of all 22 of Jordan Tyson, and we'll come back and give our thoughts on him. So at the prospect and how he potentially could fit into the Saints offense, and our thoughts on him as a prospect. So that's hopefully the goal. And then we also probably have, just even some tidbits to talk about, which is football in general and everything with this crazy busy football week. But we appreciate any and all of y'all who joined us for this episode, just talking grades, end of the year Saints grades. And we hopefully will be back this weekend for a Patreon only, YouTube member only episode of Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. The offseason Saints is completely full steam ahead. We just got a super chat. Our dude Brian, $5 super chat, said, things are looking up when fans Hyperbowl is at a 9. Yes, it is. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.